I've always taught the kids that the ultimate goal is to win, but it's not the most important one. That their competition is themselves, and as they improve and get better, that's what winning is.
WGI Sport of the Arts is a non-for-profit organization with a 30-plus year history of bringing together youth and the performing arts. As the world's premier organization producing indoor percussion and color guard competitions, WGI's goal is to foster positive experiences for its participants by challenging them to a higher level of personal growth and achievement. The activity is supported by a network of sponsors, friends, and family that have guided the organization to double-digit growth over the past decade. Each year, over 150,000 spectators fill stadiums across the country, and during the World Championships alone, over 10,000 performers and 40,000 fans converge to support the pinnacle of each year's competition. And while competition is a part of the process, personal growth for the participants is the ultimate goal.
I think WGI is such a special place for youth to come together and work to achieve something that cannot be achieved on an individual basis.
And the kids are like, wow, if I can stand in front of all these people and do this and throw my rifle and try to catch it and people clap, well, I can stand up in front of my debate class and talk.
But WGI doesn't just bring success to youth in competition, they bring it to the classroom as well. In the past 25 years, WGI has raised over $375,000 in scholarship and grant money to further assist the educational growth of its...
Here the color guard is spinning quite well.
...year only further ingrains the benefits of WGI into the curriculum of scholastic music education.
Color Guard and Winter Guard membership really brings out a very athletic ability in students that might not have the opportunity to play or participate in a team sport that the school has.
It's not just a Friday night high school football game. You know, it's so much more than that.
They come out, probably some of our neatest students or persons that we see later on in life are the people who learned throughout that program how to lead.
I've had a lot of kids come back afterward and say, you know, that when you made us pay that much attention to the details, that really helped with whether it was a college course or a job they were going after, or even with raising a family.
I think it allows a kid to say, you know, I had this experience in high school, I might not go into music at all, but I'm going to think big, because I was on the biggest stage possible.
Most kids would never have an opportunity to be a part of something that special. That's why WGI is such an important place for the youth of this country.
If the drums bring the rhythm and the horns provide the melody, the personality and flair of the drum corps comes from the color guard. Now don't try to pigeonhole them or call them flag twirlers. They're also dancers, and remember, they have rifles and sabers, and they know how to use them.
Well, the color guard adds visual enhancement to the show. It brings the music to life.
We're trying to put a visual face on the music.
It's the emotion, it's the mood. Is your show happy? Is it sad? Should I be excited at this part? And through the color guard, you can kind of get a taste of that.
We can be expressive with our faces and with our bodies and be telling the story of the show.
Your uniform and everything, it's all a giant character. It's not me going out there, it's a character. You're in theater.
We're able to improvise a lot.
I think that's one of my favorite things about Guard is that you are an individual. People can look at you and know you for your face and who you are and watch you perform specifically.
We try to get the audience involved, get them to have fun as we have fun, get them to feel what we're feeling during the show.
Whatever we're doing, we're trying to get people to look at us.
It's the best feeling when you look an audience member in the eye, you totally mess with them and like just perform to them, and then you see them smile back at you. The basic pieces of equipment in the color guard are your flags, your sabers, your rifles, and then there's sometimes your dancers. With each piece of equipment, we are able to express any emotion.
We use rifles in the ballad during like really, really slow music, and we use flags in the closer when it's really, really fast. So there's not like a specific piece of equipment for a specific type of music.
Everybody basically gets to do a little bit of everything, but we definitely have our lines.
Flags are usually the basic component of color guard, although at the same time they're most important in a lot of cases, because if anyone's out of sync with a flag, you can see it.
Flag is a lot about exposing color and like letting the fabric be shown.
We're using metal sabers this year. The thing with the saber is just catching it at a strong position, not letting it wiggle and stuff when you catch it. They're not sharp, but they do hurt when they hit.
This is basically a standard rifle. It's a 38-inch. You bond with your rifle throughout the season. Right here's a spotter. When it goes in the air for tosses, you want to spot this. It's the center of the gun, so when it's rotating, it doesn't move.
It's definitely harder than what people think it is.
There's actually a lot more than you could imagine going into a single toss.
I know exactly how many rotations it goes. I know exactly when it leaves my hands and exactly when it's supposed to come back and how many times it turns from the time that it leaves my hands until it comes back.
Everything has its time, its place, and if you're not on it with that person directly next to you, then you're dirty.
If a color guard goes out there and drops everything, you're not going to get a high score. You really have to be almost perfect.